Emotion is the invisible force shaping our lives. It's the driving power behind our choices, the silent energy that fuels our actions, and the unseen thread connecting our past experiences to our future dreams. Every decision we make is a reflection of our emotions, whether we realize it or not. We may tell ourselves that logic and reason guide us, but in reality, our hearts, not our heads, are in the driver's seat. Our emotions are the architects of our lives, building the foundation of who we are and who we will become. Consider this: at any pivotal moment, what was it that really pushed you over the edge? Was it a checklist of pros and cons, or was it something you felt so deeply that it compelled you to act? We often look back at major decisions and attach reasons to them, but those reasons are usually attempts to rationalize what was always an emotional choice. You felt something, an instinct, a passion, maybe even a fear that was so powerful it bypassed every logical objection. That's what emotion does. It cuts through the noise and makes us act. Emotion has a way of speaking to us in a language far more powerful than words. When we're deeply in love, we're driven to do things we never thought we could. When we're angry, we tap into a strength that often lies dormant. When we're afraid, we either find the courage to face the fear or run as far as we can from it. It's not logical, it's primal, instinctual. Emotions are the lifeblood of humanity, and they control us more than we might want to admit. Take joy, for instance. When you feel joy, you are compelled to stay in that moment, to savor it, to hold on to it with every fiber of your being. Joy transforms ordinary moments into cherished memories, and we seek out experiences that allow us to feel that joy over and over again. When we make decisions to spend time with loved ones, to pursue a hobby, to take time off work, it's often because we're seeking that elusive feeling of happiness. We're not just pursuing activities, we're chasing a feeling. Then there's fear, one of the most intense emotions we experience. Fear can either stop us in our tracks or push us to heights we didn't know we were capable of reaching. When we're afraid, every part of our body responds. Our heart races, our breathing changes, our muscles tense up, preparing us to act. Sometimes we let fear limit us, keeping us confined in comfort zones. Other times, fear challenges us to be bold, to take a leap, and to embrace the unknown. When fear drives a decision, it's powerful, it's visceral, and often it's unforgettable. And what about love? Love is perhaps the most potent emotional force in existence. It shapes who we are at the core, and it influences nearly every decision we make. The choices we make for our families, our friends, our partners, even our careers, so often, they're rooted in a desire to create, protect, and nurture that feeling of connection. When we love, we're capable of self-sacrifice, resilience, forgiveness, and kindness beyond what we thought possible. Love is so powerful that it can drive us to act against our own interests, to give without expecting anything in return, and to endure hardship for the sake of others. It's not logical, it's profound. It's primal. And it is in every decision that love touches. Ambition, too, is deeply emotional. When we have a goal that ignites a fire within us, we're driven by a passion that logic alone cannot explain. Think about those nights you stayed up late, pushing yourself, sacrificing leisure just to achieve a dream that you believed in. What kept you going was not the logical outcome or the measurable benefits, it was a feeling. The feeling of wanting to accomplish something, to prove something, to make a mark. That emotion is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It pushes us to the edge of our capabilities, urging us to keep going when logic would say to stop. Regret, anger, excitement, pride, gratitude, each emotion creates a ripple effect, subtly and sometimes dramatically influencing every choice we make. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they're forces that linger, accumulate, and evolve within us. They create patterns and shape our habits. If you've ever felt regret, you know the weight it can have. Regret can drive us to make different choices in the future, to approach situations with greater caution, or to seize opportunities before they slip away. Anger, on the other hand, can be a powerful motivator. It can fuel our determination, giving us the energy to fight against injustice, stand up for ourselves, or change our circumstances. When we make a choice, the real driving force isn't always clear at the surface. But if we peel back the layers, we'll almost always find an emotional root. We're driven by memories, by experiences, by the impact that past emotions have left on us. It's the feeling of wanting to recreate a joyful experience, or the determination to avoid a painful one, that shapes our actions and decisions every day. And even when we're not aware of it, these emotions are guiding us, whispering in the background, influencing our decisions in ways we may not realize until much later. In the end, emotions are the foundation of our lives. They influence us, empower us, and shape us. They connect us to each other and make us feel alive. We are emotional beings, and every choice we make is a testament to that deep, undeniable truth. At the heart of human nature is an insatiable drive to grow. Growth isn't just an external ambition, it's a core necessity that fuels our existence and shapes our purpose. Every single one of us has a deep-seated urge to expand, to become more than what we were yesterday, and to push beyond the boundaries of what we know. Growth is evolution in motion, a fundamental part of who we are. Just like a plant reaching towards sunlight, we have an inherent need to seek, to stretch, and to unfold our potential. When we're not growing, we feel a sense of stagnation that can lead to restlessness, frustration, and even despair. This need to expand fuels our actions, whether we're aware of it or not. We might chase promotions, seek new challenges, or pursue knowledge because deep down we're driven by this need to evolve. Think about how much joy and fulfillment comes from learning something new. It's not about the information itself, it's about becoming more capable, more knowledgeable, more prepared for whatever life might throw at us. The excitement of discovering something, mastering a skill, or solving a complex problem brings a sense of accomplishment that's hard to match. Growth isn't merely about achieving, it's about the journey of becoming. It's that feeling of moving forward, of seeing the horizon expand with every step. And this desire to evolve is an endless process. Even when we reach certain goals, the drive doesn't stop, it shifts, adapts, and leads us to new heights, new challenges, and new ways to stretch our potential. The beauty of growth is that it's not just about personal improvement. Our growth often serves as an example, a source of inspiration for others to rise up and pursue their own paths. When we grow, we not only benefit ourselves, but also create a ripple effect that impacts everyone around us. People are drawn to those who are committed to bettering themselves, to those who are constantly pushing the limits. And it's not just about success, it's about resilience, persistence, and dedication. Growth allows us to leave a legacy, a lasting mark on the world, and that's where the need for contribution comes in. As powerful as the need for growth is, it's often incomplete without the need for contribution. Contribution gives depth and meaning to our growth. We can grow endlessly in isolation, but at a certain point we feel an urge to share what we've learned, to give back, to make a difference. Contribution transforms growth from a personal pursuit into something impactful for others. It's how we connect, how we elevate others, how we make our lives mean something beyond ourselves. The drive to contribute is woven into our DNA. It's why people volunteer, why they work tirelessly to improve their communities, why they dedicate their lives to causes bigger than themselves. Contribution is the essence of leaving something behind, something that extends far beyond our own lives. Imagine what happens when we take all that we've learned, all that we've become, and channel it toward a purpose greater than ourselves. Contribution becomes the ultimate act of service. It's a way of taking the power of our growth and using it to lift others, to empower those around us, to create lasting change in ways we may never fully see or understand. It's the teacher who not only masters a subject, but finds joy in imparting that knowledge to students. It's the mentor who takes years of experience and uses it to guide others. It's the entrepreneur who builds a business not just for profit, but to impact the lives of employees and customers. In these acts of contribution, personal growth becomes something transformative and enduring. When we contribute, we begin to realize that fulfillment is not just in personal achievement, it's in being a part of something larger than ourselves. Contribution fuels a deep sense of belonging, purpose, and connection to humanity. It allows us to see beyond our own lives and recognize the ripple effect of our actions. Every act of giving, every moment spent helping, supporting, or uplifting someone else feeds a fundamental need within us, a need to matter, to leave a positive mark. We want to feel that our lives had an impact, that our efforts left the world a little better than we found it. Moreover, growth and contribution are intertwined. Growth fuels our capacity to give, and in turn, the act of giving often accelerates our growth. When we contribute to others, we learn, adapt, and evolve in ways that pure self-focus could never provide. Contribution pushes us out of our comfort zones and challenges us to become more empathetic, more understanding, and more resilient. It pushes us to see the world from different perspectives and to understand the challenges and dreams of others. So it's in those moments of service that we grow in ways that transform us. Contribution forces us to confront our limitations, to dig deep within ourselves, and to harness strength we didn't know we had. This cycle of growth and contribution becomes a loop that powers our lives. We grow so that we can give more, and we give so that we can grow even further. This cycle is what brings richness, meaning, and fulfillment to our lives. It's why people who dedicate themselves to service often report a greater sense of joy, purpose, and satisfaction. When we give, we connect to the world on a deeper level. We transcend self, we feel part of a larger whole, and that connection nourishes our souls in ways that no personal achievement ever could. The need for growth and contribution is what drives humanity forward. It's what pushes us to innovate, to build communities, to care for others, and to create a legacy. As we grow and contribute, we find ourselves connected to a higher purpose, something beyond personal success, something that fills us with pride, love, and fulfillment. The interplay of these two forces is the foundation of a life well lived, a life filled with meaning and impact. Human beings are complex creatures, wired with both a deep need for security and an undeniable craving for adventure. At the core of our existence, we have two opposing yet equally essential drives: the need for certainty and the need for variety. These drives create a delicate balance that guides our decisions, shapes our experiences, and influences our sense of fulfillment. Striking the right balance between these two forces is fundamental, because while certainty provides stability and comfort, variety brings excitement, unpredictability, and growth. Each plays a vital role in keeping us engaged, secure, and ultimately alive. Let's start with the need for certainty. Certainty is the foundation upon which we build our lives. It's the feeling of safety, of predictability, of knowing that the ground beneath us is stable. Certainty gives us confidence, allowing us to move through life without constant anxiety and fear. We all need some degree of certainty, some assurance that tomorrow will be okay, that our efforts will be rewarded, that the people we love will be there for us. Certainty is the quiet, reassuring voice that tells us we're safe, that we're in control, that our choices are sound. Without a level of certainty, we would find it hard to make any progress, to take any action, to pursue any dream. Certainty is found in the routines and structures we create. It's why we establish habits, follow rituals, and develop comfort zones. These provide a sense of familiarity and control over our lives. When we have routines, we can predict outcomes, which reduces stress and makes life feel manageable. For example, going to work every day, following a schedule, having stable relationships, these all provide a sense of certainty. Knowing what to expect allows us to focus on what's important without constantly being on guard. Certainty is the anchor that keeps us grounded and protects us from the unknown. But of course, certainty on its own isn't enough. If our lives were entirely predictable, if every day was the same, we would soon feel trapped, suffocated by monotony. This is where variety comes into play. Variety, the spice of life, brings freshness, newness, and unpredictability. It's what keeps us intrigued, engaged, and alive. The desire for variety is why we seek new experiences, try new foods, travel to new places, learn new skills, and push ourselves out of our comfort zones. Variety stimulates our curiosity, fuels our creativity, and keeps life from becoming a repetitive cycle. Variety is the thrill of the unknown, the rush of not knowing exactly what will happen next. It's what makes life feel dynamic, vibrant, and full of possibility. Imagine a life without variety where every day, every experience, every interaction was precisely the same. It would drain us of energy and joy. Variety is what keeps us moving forward, pushing boundaries and growing. It's why we seek out challenges, take risks, and explore new territories. Variety taps into our innate sense of wonder and adventure, reminding us that there is always more to discover. Yet just as too much certainty can lead to boredom, too much variety can lead to chaos. When there is too much unpredictability, when life becomes too uncertain, we can feel overwhelmed, lost, and destabilized. Constant variety without any foundation leaves us feeling adrift, without direction or purpose. Imagine a life where every moment was completely unpredictable. We'd live in a state of constant anxiety, never able to find a rhythm or build anything lasting. Too much variety without any certainty would make us feel like we're constantly treading water, without a solid ground to stand on. This is why the balance between certainty and variety is so crucial. We need enough certainty to feel safe, grounded, and confident, but we also need enough variety to feel alive, engaged, and inspired. This balance is different for everyone. Some people crave stability more than others, while some are drawn to the thrill of constant change. But for everyone, finding the right mix of these two elements is essential to living a fulfilling and resilient life. Certainty allows us to build a foundation, while variety allows us to expand beyond it. Certainty gives us the peace of mind to take risks, while variety gives us the courage to try new things. This balance is present in all aspects of life. In relationships, for example, we crave both the stability of knowing someone will be there for us and the excitement of spontaneity and the unexpected moments that keep the connection fresh. In our careers, we seek both the security of a stable income and the excitement of new challenges, the projects that push us to grow and learn. This balancing act is an ongoing process. It shifts with time, with experience, and with our evolving needs. There are phases in life where we might prioritize certainty, times when we crave stability, routine, and predictability. These might be times of transition, when we're healing, or when we're focused on building a foundation. Then there are phases when variety takes the lead, when we seek new horizons, explore new possibilities, and push ourselves to try things we've never done before. These might be times of exploration, growth, and transformation. Each phase is important, and each serves a purpose. The challenge, of course, is recognizing when we need to adjust this balance. Sometimes we can get stuck in our need for certainty, becoming too comfortable, too cautious, and too resistant to change. This can lead to stagnation, a life that feels predictable but lacks excitement and growth. Other times we can become addicted to variety, always chasing the next thrill, the next adventure, without ever finding the grounding that certainty provides. This can lead to a sense of restlessness, a life that's always in motion but never feels truly stable or secure. When we embrace both certainty and variety, we create a life that is both secure and exhilarating, both grounded and free. Certainty gives us the courage to face the unknown, while variety brings meaning to the structure we build. It's this balance that allows us to build a fulfilling life, one where we feel both safe and inspired, where we can grow without losing our footing. This balance is what allows us to experience life in its fullest sense, with all its contrasts, its challenges, and its beauty. Love and connection are the most powerful forces in the human experience. They are what drive us, heal us, and give us a sense of belonging and purpose. They are the invisible threads that link us to each other, creating bonds that can withstand time, distance, and even hardship. From the moment we are born, we crave connection. It's in our nature to seek out others, to form relationships, and to build communities. Love and connection shape our lives in ways that no other force can, impacting every decision we make, every dream we chase, and every challenge we face. At the end of the day, love and connection are at the core of who we are, defining what it means to truly live. Think about how many of life's most precious moments revolve around love and connection. It's the embrace of a loved one after a long time apart, the shared laughter between friends, the quiet moments of understanding without a single word. These experiences form the foundation of our happiness and fulfillment. Love and connection are not just feelings, they are the lifeblood of our existence, grounding us in a sense of unity and shared humanity. They remind us that we're part of something bigger, that we're not alone in this vast world. Love, in its many forms, gives life depth, color, and meaning. It connects us to each other and reminds us of our shared journey. One of the most powerful aspects of love is its ability to make us feel truly seen and understood. When we feel connected to someone, when we feel loved, we're not just accepted for who we are, we're celebrated for it. Love has a way of embracing our flaws, our insecurities, and our vulnerabilities, allowing us to feel safe and supported. In love, we find a place where we can let down our guard, where we don't have to pretend to be something we're not. It's in this space that we experience the most profound connection, one where we are fully seen and accepted. This kind of love transforms us, giving us the courage to be authentic, to be vulnerable, and to share our true selves with the world. Connection, however, goes beyond just romantic love. It's the bonds we share with friends, family, and even strangers. Connection is the empathy we feel for others, the compassion that drives us to reach out, to help, and to support. It's the feeling of being part of a community, a network of people who care for each other and stand by each other. This sense of connection is what gives life meaning and purpose. When we're connected, we feel a sense of belonging, a feeling that we're part of something larger than ourselves. This feeling of connection is what makes us human. It reminds us that we're all interconnected, that our actions impact others, and that we're all in this together. Love and connection also have an incredible capacity to heal. When we go through difficult times, it's often the love and support of those around us that helps us pull through. When we feel connected, we are reminded that we're not alone, that there are people who care about us and who want to see us succeed. Love gives us strength in moments of weakness, courage in moments of fear, and comfort in moments of sorrow. It's the friend who listens without judgment, the partner who stands by us through thick and thin, the family who accepts us no matter what. These connections give us the resilience to face life's challenges, knowing that we have people who will be there to lift us up when we fall. In the absence of love and connection, we can feel isolated, lost, and disconnected from the world. It's a feeling that cuts deep, reminding us of our fundamental need for companionship and understanding. Studies show that loneliness has a profound effect on mental and physical health, underscoring just how essential connection is to our well-being. When we feel isolated, it affects every aspect of our lives, from our happiness to our motivation to our ability to pursue our goals. This is because connection is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. We're wired to connect, to bond, and to love. Without these connections, life feels hollow and unfulfilling. Love and connection push us to become better versions of ourselves. When we care deeply for someone, we're willing to make sacrifices, to go the extra mile, to put their needs before our own. This selflessness that love inspires is one of the most beautiful aspects of the human experience. It reminds us of our capacity for kindness, compassion, and generosity. Love motivates us to grow, to learn, and to improve, not just for ourselves, but for those we care about. It challenges us to become more empathetic, more understanding, and more patient.
Through love, we learn to see the world through another person's eyes, to appreciate their experiences, and to honor their journey.
In its most profound form, love is transformative. It has the power to change lives, to inspire greatness, and to create lasting impact. Love encourages us to reach out, to make connections, and to build bridges where there were once walls. It has the power to break down barriers, to dissolve misunderstandings, and to heal wounds that once seemed insurmountable. Love doesn't just change the way we see others, it changes the way we see ourselves. It allows us to discover parts of ourselves we never knew existed, to tap into strengths we didn't know we had, and to find courage in the face of fear. Connection, too, gives us a sense of responsibility. When we're connected to others, we feel a sense of duty to support, to uplift, and to protect. We understand that our actions affect those around us, that our choices have an impact beyond ourselves. This sense of responsibility deepens our relationships and strengthens our bonds. It creates a foundation of trust, a feeling that we can rely on each other and that we're in this together. Connection reminds us that we are all part of a shared human experience, that we all have a role to play in making the world a better place. As we navigate the complexities of life, love and connection remind us of what truly matters. In a world that often values achievement, success, and status, love brings us back to the essence of being human. It reminds us that the most precious things in life cannot be measured or quantified. Love and connection are what give life meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. They are the invisible forces that guide us, that lift us, and that make life worth living. Without love and connection, our accomplishments would feel empty, our dreams would feel distant, and our lives would lack depth and richness. Purpose is one of the most potent forces that drives human beings. It's the underlying reason we get out of bed each morning, the deeper motivation behind our actions, and the compass that guides us through life's challenges. Purpose provides clarity, direction, and resilience, acting as a powerful anchor that grounds us in a sense of meaning and fulfillment. When we have a purpose, life feels richer, fuller, and more vibrant. Purpose gives us a sense of belonging to something bigger than ourselves, a connection to the world that extends beyond our immediate wants and needs. It's a calling, an inner drive that pushes us forward, even when the path ahead isn't clear. At its core, purpose is about contribution. It's about making a difference, leaving a mark, and knowing that our efforts have value. Purpose is often what fuels the greatest achievements and accomplishments. It's what drives people to create, to innovate, to overcome adversity, and to persist even when the odds seem insurmountable. Those who find purpose are often the ones who leave a legacy, who inspire others, and who create change. Purpose is what transforms work into a mission, challenges into opportunities, and obstacles into stepping stones.
Finding purpose isn't always straightforward. For many, it takes time, introspection, and exploration. Some find purpose in their careers, using their skills and talents to impact others. For others, purpose is rooted in relationships, in family, or in a commitment to serve their community.
Some find it through creative expression, while others discover it through personal growth and self-improvement. But regardless of where it's found, purpose is essential. It's the thread that weaves through all aspects of life, providing a sense of continuity and meaning that sustains us through both good times and bad. Purpose is what gives us the courage to take risks. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we're willing to step outside our comfort zones, to challenge ourselves, and to face uncertainty. Purpose gives us the confidence to pursue our dreams, knowing that our efforts are part of something bigger than ourselves. It provides a sense of stability, allowing us to move forward with intention and clarity. With purpose, we're less likely to be swayed by distractions, setbacks, or temporary challenges because we know what we're working toward. Purpose keeps us grounded, focused, and resilient, no matter what obstacles come our way. Purpose also fuels resilience. When we encounter hardship, purpose gives us the strength to persevere, to keep going even when the journey is difficult. It's often in times of struggle that our sense of purpose becomes most evident. When we know why we're doing something, we're more likely to endure the difficulties, to push through the pain, and to find the inner strength to continue. Purpose gives us a reason to rise above challenges, to see setbacks as learning experiences, and to persist when others might give up. It's the quiet force that keeps us moving forward, reminding us that every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goal. Moreover, purpose creates alignment. It brings our actions, values, and goals into harmony, allowing us to live with integrity and authenticity. When we have a purpose, we're less likely to compromise on what matters to us.
We're less influenced by external pressures or societal expectations, and we're more attuned to our own inner values. Purpose helps us live in alignment with who we are, giving us the freedom to pursue what truly matters.
It's a powerful force that clarifies our priorities, guiding us to invest our time and energy in ways that are meaningful and impactful. Purpose also has a profound impact on our relationships. When we're aligned with our purpose, we attract people who resonate with our vision, who share our vision, who share our values, and who support our journey. Purpose brings people together, creating bonds that are built on shared goals and mutual understanding. It creates a sense of unity, a feeling of being part of a collective mission. Whether it's in friendships, partnerships, or collaborations, purpose strengthens our connections with others. It reminds us that we're not alone, that we're part of a community of like-minded individuals who are working toward a common goal. In addition, purpose provides a deep sense of fulfillment. When we live with purpose, we feel a profound sense of satisfaction, knowing that our actions have meaning. Purpose fills us with a sense of accomplishment, a feeling that our lives are worthwhile and that our contributions matter. This fulfillment is unlike any other because it's rooted in a sense of contribution and service. It's the fulfillment that comes from knowing we're making a difference, that we're creating value, and that we're leaving a positive impact. Purpose brings a sense of contentment and peace, knowing that we're living in alignment with our deepest values and aspirations. Purpose also gives us a vision for the future. It allows us to look beyond the present moment, to see the bigger picture, and to imagine what's possible. Purpose inspires us to set goals, to dream big, and to pursue ambitions that we might otherwise consider out of reach. It's the spark that ignites our imagination, pushing us to think beyond our limitations and to envision a future filled with possibility. Purpose allows us to see beyond immediate challenges, focusing instead on the long-term impact we want to create. It gives us a sense of direction, a guiding light that illuminates the path ahead. For those who have discovered their purpose, life takes on a new dimension. There is a sense of clarity, a feeling of being on the right path, and a sense of inner peace. Purpose provides a sense of grounding, a feeling that no matter where life takes us, we have an internal compass guiding us. It allows us to navigate change and uncertainty with confidence, knowing that our purpose is a constant, unwavering force. Purpose becomes a source of strength, a reminder of why we're here and what we're working toward. Purpose is not something that can be given or taken away. It's something we discover within ourselves. It requires self-reflection, exploration, and a willingness to dig deep into our own values, dreams, and aspirations.
Purpose is unique to each of us, shaped by our experiences, our passions, and our vision for the future. Finding purpose is a journey, one that often unfolds over time, revealing itself through moments of clarity, insight, and inspiration.
And once we find it, purpose becomes a guiding force that shapes our lives, influencing every decision we make and every action we take.
Living with purpose is one of the most powerful ways to experience life. It transforms ordinary moments into meaningful experiences, turning challenges into opportunities for growth.
Purpose gives us a reason to wake up each day with a sense of excitement and anticipation, knowing that our lives are part of something larger. It's a gift that not only enriches our own lives, but also creates a ripple effect, impacting those around us and inspiring others to pursue their own paths. Purpose is ultimately a force that transcends time, leaving a legacy that continues long after we're gone. Taking control of why we do what we do is about understanding the true motivations behind our actions and learning how to harness that understanding to shape our lives in meaningful ways. It's the difference between living on autopilot and living with intention, between being reactive to the world around us and proactively choosing how we respond. This kind of control requires a deep level of self-awareness, a willingness to look inward, and an openness to question our own beliefs and assumptions. It's about taking an honest look at what drives us, identifying patterns that no longer serve us, and consciously choosing to align our actions with our values and goals. When we take control of why we do what we do, we unlock a level of freedom and power that transforms how we experience life. At the core of taking control is self-awareness. To change or influence the reasons behind our actions, we first need to understand them. Often we go through life reacting to situations, unaware of the underlying factors that shape our behavior. These factors might include subconscious beliefs, past experiences, societal expectations, or even fears and insecurities we haven't acknowledged. Without self-awareness, we can end up feeling like we're at the mercy of external forces, always reacting but never truly choosing. But when we develop self-awareness, we gain insight into our thoughts, emotions, and motivations. We begin to recognize the patterns that drive our actions, allowing us to identify which of them align with our goals and which are holding us back. Part of taking control is questioning our habits and routines. Many of the things we do each day are automatic, driven by routines we've developed over time. These routines often serve a purpose, but they can also keep us stuck in ways that don't reflect our true intentions or values. When we become more intentional about our habits, we start to see where small changes can make a big difference. This might mean reevaluating how we spend our time, who we surround ourselves with, or even the way we respond to stress. By breaking down our habits and examining the reasons behind them, we can choose to build routines that support our growth rather than limit it. Taking control also involves understanding our emotional triggers. Emotions are powerful drivers of behavior, often influencing our decisions in ways we may not fully realize. We might avoid certain situations out of fear, seek approval from others out of insecurity, or react defensively when we feel threatened. When we learn to recognize these emotional triggers, we can take a step back and ask ourselves whether our reactions are serving us. Instead of allowing our emotions to dictate our actions, we can choose to respond in ways that align with our goals. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions, it means learning to understand them and using that understanding to make conscious choices. A big part of taking control is aligning our actions with our core values. Values are the guiding principles that define what matters most to us. When we're clear on our values, we can make decisions that reflect who we truly are. But without this clarity, we're more likely to be influenced by external pressures or momentary impulses. Aligning with our values means taking the time to identify what's truly important to us, whether it's integrity, compassion, growth, or contribution, and using these values as a compass for our actions. When our actions are aligned with our values, we experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace, knowing that we're living authentically and intentionally. Another key aspect of taking control is setting goals with purpose. Goals give us direction and purpose, but to be truly effective, they need to be meaningful. It's easy to set goals based on what we think we should want, based on societal expectations or the opinions of others. But when our goals are driven by external pressures rather than internal desires, they often leave us feeling unfulfilled, even if we achieve them. Taking control means setting goals that are aligned with our own vision and desires, not just what we think will bring us approval or validation. When our goals are meaningful, they become powerful motivators that inspire us to keep moving forward, even when the journey is challenging. Taking control of why we do what we do also requires a willingness to let go of limiting beliefs. These beliefs are often rooted in past experiences, shaping the way we see ourselves in the world. They might tell us that we're not good enough, that success is reserved for others, or that failure is something to be feared. Limiting beliefs create invisible boundaries around our potential, keeping us from pursuing opportunities or taking risks. When we recognize these beliefs, we have the power to challenge them. We can question their validity, redefine our self-image, and choose to replace them with beliefs that empower us. By breaking free from limiting beliefs, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities for growth. Taking control is also about cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset allows us to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as part of the journey. When we adopt a growth mindset, we're more willing to take risks, try new things, and embrace the unknown.
We become more resilient, more adaptable, and more open to change. Instead of being discouraged by failure, we see it as valuable feedback, an opportunity to learn and improve. This mindset shift empowers us to take control of our lives, knowing that our potential is not fixed but limitless.
In addition, taking control involves building resilience. Life is filled with unexpected challenges, and while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond.
Resilience gives us the ability to navigate adversity, to stay grounded when things don't go as planned, and to keep moving forward despite obstacles. When we're resilient, we don't let setbacks define us or derail our progress.
Instead, we use them as stepping stones, finding ways to grow and adapt in the face of difficulty. Resilience is what allows us to stay committed to our purpose, even when the journey is tough. Taking control of why we do what we do means embracing responsibility. It's about owning our choices, understanding that we have the power to shape our lives through the decisions we make. Responsibility means acknowledging that while we may not be able to control every circumstance, we are always in control of our response. This shift in perspective empowers us, reminding us that we are not passive participants in life, but active creators of our own experience. When we take responsibility, we stop blaming external factors for our circumstances and start focusing on what we can do to create the life we want. Finally, taking control is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment to self-awareness, growth, and alignment. It requires us to continually check in with ourselves to assess whether our actions are in line with our goals, values, and purpose. This process of self-reflection keeps us on track, ensuring that we're always moving toward a life that feels authentic and meaningful. Taking control is about staying present, staying intentional, and never settling for a life that feels disconnected from who we truly are. When we take control of why we do what we do, we step into a life of purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. We become the authors of our own story, shaping our path with intention and creating a legacy that reflects our true values. Taking control allows us to live not just reactively, but proactively, driven by a clear sense of purpose and a deep commitment to our own growth. In this way, we transform from passive participants in our lives to empowered creators, crafting a life that is truly our own.